Question number 8 asks in study 4 what the initial values of P were. The initial means the starting values, so we look at the table for number 4 and we see that they all range from 0.7 to about 0.9. The only answers within that range are answer choice H. Question 29 is asking us about study number 1. It asks, which of the following generation changes gave the greatest change in P in which W little a was 0.4? So we go back to study 1 and we first figure out that W little a 0.4, that was the tightly dashed line. So when I check that tightly dashed line, I notice that the P value increases rapidly from 0 to the 10th generation. Then it leveled out. Therefore, I'm going to choose choice A between generation 0 and generation 10. Question 31 asks us about study 1. They ask for allele big A, little a equaling what value? When we go back to study 1, we notice at the top they tell us that WA little a equals W big A big A. Therefore, I'm going to read the graph for W big A big A. Those values all in the legend tell us that it equals 1.0. Therefore, we're going to choose choice B. Question 32 is asking us to find in which of the 4 studies there was at least one simulation where big A was larger than little a. So to answer this question, we're going to have to go back to each of the studies. In study 1, I noticed that big A was greater than little a. In study 2, we noticed that big A was less than little a. In study 3, we noticed that big A was greater than little a. And finally, in study number 4, we noticed that big A was less than little a. So the only answers where big A was greater was studies 1 and 3. Choice F. Question number 33 is about study number 1. They would like us to find a value to run the study at where at generation 10 the p-value would be between 0.7 and 0.8. When we go back to study number 1, we notice that the p-value was 0.7 right there, and then at about 0.8 right there. Therefore, I need to be in between the tightly dashed line and the medium dashed line, a 0.4 to a 0.6 value. Therefore, I need to be between those. I'm going to look for something between them. That would be answer choice B, 0.5.